It began with a tree. You find yourselves now at the base of a different tree, though oddly familiar. Perhaps things have been resolved. Perhaps you find yourselves with more questions than answers. But here we be, settling in for our long rest.
Pim is waking up now, I guess. I'm gonna look at Adam and say, "Oh wow, that zit's gone from eating my berry."
When you say you're looking at Adam, are you sort of looking at a spot on his face?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Out of instinct, he would reach a hand up towards where he thinks that spot is, and then he would sort of realize that you're probably joking, and then do the too cool, put his hands through his hair like, no, he totally wasn't falling for that at all.
I will take a intelligence save from Adam.
He gonna fail that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna fail that, but let's find some dice. Oh, maybe not. That's a 14. Is it minus?
Minus
14
10.
minus 1. So a 13.
13. Okay.
Not terrible.
Carry on then.
Since I was pretending I was too cool and I totally didn't fall for that, I should roll performance on that, shouldn't I?
Or deception. Maybe.
Oh, I rolled a 19 plus 4, so sorry, Pim. I rolled a 23 for you to believe that I didn't even notice what you said, and I just happened to be putting my hands through my hair.
I'll take an intelligence save from you.
I rock these things.
Good.
My lucky dice here is a
nat 1.
Wait, was that magic?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Then I have advantage. 20.
Adam is he's just going to stand up, walk somewhere further away from Pim, and just keep his eye on the others to see,
That was a long day yesterday. Illyri, are you okay? Did you get good night's sleep?
Panda, give me an intelligence save.
Uh-oh.
Someone's going to fail one. There
you can go ahead, Illyri.
Honestly, Illyri's probably still cold in a ball. But she'll sort of look up at Pim and sort of be like, I'll be okay. It was a lot yesterday.
Yeah, my body's kind of sore, but you know what? And I'm sure today will be better, because every day is better than the last, right?
It won't get much worse than yesterday, so I guess.
Panda, in your dreams, you find yourself at the base of a familiar tree. A darkened spot that was once there, dripping this golden sap. As the sun rises, the shadows fade. The gold of this sap dissipates You see this thick, silvery black drool as this what you had mistaken for a wound within this tree grows into this large maw, um, grinning towards you. These branches curl down as this tree begins to reach and try and pull you towards its maw. That'll be 5 psychic damage to you. And as you wake up, you realize it's not a dream.
I wake up and realize it's not a dream.
That's right.
Okay. Then I'm going to yell horrifically, "Ah, the tree's eating me!" And I'm going to turn into a bear.
Okay. You all hear Duncan, and as you look over, you see a giant bear there.
Bear just ate Duncan. No.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check because he said that, and no, because I was specifically looking at Duncan actually. So no, I'm not rolling. Okay, I rolled to hit the tree. I rolled a natural 1. Who do I hit instead?
He said it's eating me, didn't he?
I said the tree was trying to eat.
Oh.
Wow. That was an interesting question.
I was about to attack the bear.
Roll me your damage.
Oh dear. Ooh, not bad either. That's 11 damage.
Perfect. You turn and blast this tree. You can give me a dex save.
13.
13 is fine. Duncan, you take 5 psychic damage as, well, to others, this branch falls on top of you, but to you, it lashes out at you, ripping and tearing at your skin.
So what do we see in relation to? Do we see it actually land near him, or?
Oh,
we don't
yeah,
see
you
anything?
just knocked a branch right on top of him.
Okay.
It was so nice of you.
Adam realizes what he's done, and he's frozen in indecision. Does he run over there? And I think he'll run over there and try and lift the branch off him, this giant bear that clearly doesn't need help to lift something heavy off it.
Cool. What are you doing, Duncan?
I'm going to attack that tree.
Perfect. Give me an attack roll.
Does the 8 hit a tree?
No. As you go to lash out at this tree, you feel your body dragged. This big blur of yellow flashes before you, and you jerk, kind of pulling your strike with fear. Anybody else have anything they'd like to do?
Yeah, I would like to unleash Firebolt at the tree.
You may cast
Burn it
Firebolt.
down. All right. 22 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, a whopping 2 damage.
Okay. Duncan, you see as this tree, in anger, the reddish burgundy of the leaves burst into flames. You feel this heat pull down on you as you and everything you thought was there disappears.
I'm going to attempt to run away. Clearly, this tree is too powerful. I need to escape.
As you see the face of a panicked bear, kind of in this flight response. Illyria, anything you would like to do, or Regala?
He's out from under the branch, I'm assuming. Or is he under the branch?
Yeah, Adam got him out.
Okay. Not really knowing what's going on, she's going to cast Divine Sense.
And
See
Regal?
if she...
Regala has no idea what's happening. Is it morning yet? Or was it still happening during the night?
You might have been sleeping for a few hours. You might have been sleeping for a while. As you look around, it should be Pim's watch. You heard Duncan scream about something eating him. Possibly the
Mm-hmm.
tree you saw as a tree branch fell on top of him. Adam pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
He's got these kind of gashes across him. They are more superficial than anything, but there is a terror and a fear on his eyes as he is trying to get up and run.
It's a brown bear,
Yeah.
little patchy.
I think Regal will wait and see for now because he's just like really confused. Like it was just like he'll observe and then he will assist when he realizes what's happening because he doesn't know that's technically you.
O'Leary, you see this panicked bear, and nearby
Right?
you notice or sense some sort of a fiend nearby.
I will have shouted that then. That there is a fiend. There's a fiend!
Well, okay, Ragul's not that bad. Come on.
It's not Regal!
Oh,
Something
Regal
else!
draws his rape as soon as he say fiend. He's like he unsheaths his blade.
So you see this familiar-looking creature kind of hovering over Duncan's bags. You watch as this entity kind of brains into the ground, and you sense it as it passes kind of underneath of you, O'Leary. And as it does, you feel these stingers reach out and jab you just in a gap within your armor. 17, I assume, hits.
It does.
You take 20 necrotic damage.
20!
Yep.
That's many.
It's a lot.
Any
Hurts.
Regal,
Belvadere woke up today and chose violence.
Mm.
you're up. Belvadere had somebody roll a dice at the end of the last game.
It chose violence because of that dice. Yeah. Regal. I mean, that's all he needs. Yeah, that's all he needed, just to know that this is nothing to mess around with. As soon as this thing attacks O'Leary,
Yeah, you were watching as she
right.
pointed, and then it disappeared, and then you heard her shriek and turn around and see this entity like.
he's going to maneuver around. He's going to run and try and cut off this whatever this is, and he would try and. He's still confused, but he acts on instinct, and he's just going to run over here, and he's going to try and slash it as he kind of comes to a skid and kind of does like an uppercut. 18 to hit.
Yep.
That is assuming if it connects or not. 19 damage.
19 damage it is. O'Leary, your max HP is also down by 6.
Oh, I thought you were going to say by 20. I'm going to die.
Okay, so as he slashes, I hope this works. It might not work. As he slashes at this fiend, he's got a real. He puts a lot more into the strike than normal, and he has this really dangerous look in his eyes as O'Leary cries out. And as he slashes into this creature, really drives the point in and twists it. He goes, "You picked the wrong hobgoblins, comrades to mess with, fiend." And he will add a menacing attack to his strike. And I will roll a d6. And you have to roll a wisdom save. Defensive this is a good wisdom. So it takes an extra 5 damage. from that strike.
That's a nat one.
He is now frightened.
Hmm.
Cannot be frightened.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah, cannot be frightened.
It's worth a try.
But that's the D&D experience.
Immune
Yeah, that's
to
right.
being frightened.
Hey, still extra damage.
It is.
All right, that's his turn.
Pim, you're up.
Let's see. I'm gonna.
I think you should shoot the tree again.
I'm gonna wild shape into. I'm
Sorry,
gonna
please.
turn into a giant
Happily.
wolf spider. Okay, so I'm a giant wolf spider, so I guess I will just. Oh, I am a spider.
Duncan, as you fall into the fiery depths of the hells, you would have heard O'Leary. There's nothing preventing you from that.
Then I'll start barreling towards her. 20, 25. Do I see the creature?
You see a tree, a fiendish tree, attacking everybody, including you.
Then I'll say in a huffed voice in Illyria's head, "Don't worry, I'll save you from the tree," as I'll attack this creature.
How does O'Leary react internally to hearing that?
Yeah.
The tree? What tree?
1, 12.
You hear this, Illyri, and you watch as this bear runs up and turns around and lashes out at his back and turns around and dives down and eats a face full of dirt and looks at you. He clearly thinks he is dealing with whatever is attacking you. This tree, apparently.
Quick, get out of here. Leave.
Make like a tree.
Make like a tree and leave.
Ow.
Anything
I
else
get
for
it.
Duncan?
Probably Peter.
Just because it's tradition, I'll hurt myself.
Hey.
Dang.
You
watched that, she hurt
thought it
himself.
was his. You thought it was the ground he was eating, and as your eyes kind of focus, you see he's gnawing on his own paw.
Yeah, I'll take 5 points of damage.
Duncan's surely going to die the same way Michael Hutchins did.
You're up.
I can see what the issue is, right? Even though I was, I can see what this bad thing is. I'm not convinced the tree's what's attacking us, right?
Correct.
So I've rolled well enough is the question. So I will simply attack this bad person that is attacking us. But I'm going to assume that a 10 will miss.
A 10 misses. Well, it is this smell of abyssal juices that has you all
Ew.
flustered again. You are still recovering from your hand being devoured not even a day ago by a strange object.
Abyssal juices, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is my turn. That's all Adam can do.
All right. You will also take 1 psychic damage, Duncan.
What if I don't want to?
Well, you don't have to. It was for Duncan.
Oh, thank you. That's what I like.
Ha! Guess he
What he
told you.
deserves.
Ow, my brain.
Illyri, you're up.
O'Leary will look back at Duncan and be like, a tree? And I will say to everybody, he thinks a tree's attacking him. And she will swing at this thing floating in front of her. 22 to hit, I assume?
Yep.
Oh, that's a shame. 6 points of damage.
I mean, I think you have flanking, right? You probably can see if you...
Oh, should we look for the advantage? Nope. No, I've got no spell slots left, so that's Illyri.
Okay. As you swing with your axe, you kind of clip a few of these tentacles off, but it seems unfazed as its focus is now on Regal. 23 should hit Regal.
It should.
Only 14 necrotic this time, though. But your max HP is also reduced by 6. And with that, it's going to shift inside of you.
Right. That's
Ew.
great.
Okay.
Did he say shift inside of
That's
her?
so disturbing.
Can we all
He
start
did,
again
yeah.
without
He
Belvadere
said
ever...
that.
Can we start again without Belvadere ever saying those words?
It's too late.
Duncan,
Is he? Oh, he's like,
take an opportunity attack against the tree, and Illyri could take an opportunity attack against the jellyfish.
yeah. I assume Regal could also lash out.
No, it's inside of you. How are you going to lash out?
I'll stab myself.
You might be able to.
Duncan lashes out.
Panda, roll me a d4. Illyri, roll me a d4.
Who?
I assume an 11 doesn't hit you, Regal?
Nope.
Okay. The bear kind of swats at you and catches your armor. No harm done. Illyri, you do connect. 7 damage is enough as you slice through. Rather than it liquefying within you, you just get coated kind of in this silvery black ichor as it begins to pour off of you as this demon is no more.
Like Ghostbusters.
The tree is no longer attacking you. You're no longer in hell. It's no longer burning, Duncan. You have a familiar scent in the air as you see Regal covered in this abyssal ichor.
Duncan's just going to shake his head a little bit and then just kind of look at Regal and then Illyri and then back at the ichor covering Regal. Doesn't look like it was a tree, but you saved me, I'll say, into Illyri's head, and then I'll just kind of like throw her up on my shoulders. I'll just take Illyri around for a little victory lap really quick. And...
All right. As you begin to circle, and I believe Regal, as he begins to wipe the ichor off of himself,
blink, blink.
You notice the bag that you had that metal contraption in is just sitting in a pile of this same silvery black ichor.
I'll stop trouncing her around for a second. Just go, oh, I'm going to turn back into a person, but I'll keep her on my shoulders. I think that creature escaped from that trinket, and I'll just kind of go over to the bag. I guess this should be part of the
Carrying this
wall.
with us a bad idea?
Yes, but probably not as bad as leaving it where we found it. We need to either find someone that can figure out how to stop it, or try and break it, or leave it somewhere with someone that we don't like. Anybody got any suggestions for that?
Adam looks at him.
No, he's not.
The spider's front legs go.
Illyri has no idea. Charlotte has plenty.
Man, there are plenty of people I would love to just leave this with, but I'm actively very far away from those people, so it's not going to be an easy trip to get back there to hide it.
I guess we just need to keep pushing on. We need to neutralize this somehow.
Adam walks over and holds his hand out, towards this trinket.
I'll give it to him.
He's gonna put it
No,
on the
it
ground.
hurt you last time.
He's gonna put it on the ground, step back, and cast Shatter on it.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sure it won't do anything, but he would absolutely try.
Yeah,
It's war.
it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Adam picks it up and hands it back.
okay. Back in the bag. All right. Well, then, I guess we just soldier on after I go back to sleep a little bit. And then we can just try and make it double time. Maybe the elders of the villages have an idea. Does anybody know anything about demons? You said it was a demon, right? And I'll just kind of look up at Illyri.
It's fiendish in nature. I can sense fiends. The Moonweaver allows me to sense creatures not of this plane, but I know nothing about them.
Well, we can see if anyone there knows, and all else fails, we'll make it their problem and we'll move on.
I guess that makes sense.
I just don't want to leave it by itself and then have another ruined tree filled with zombie gnomes. But
I
actually,
definitely don't want that.
I assume they were connected. That thing was taking possession of the bodies of gnomes.
Yes. Yes.
Well, wasn't there
It's-
that holy symbol or whatever that was religious, not necessarily demonic or infernal? I don't know.
that was from the other hobgoblin, wasn't it?
No, there was the item we found in that big bloated undead. It's something in the back or something.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
It was
one.
a talisman of some sort, yeah.
Yes,
I
pendant of
assumed
the
everything
whispered one.
that would all be the main focus, and then we got into this infernal stuff, which doesn't necessarily seem to be connected to the undead, even though it took advantage of it. It seems, so I'm not sure. I'll put Illyri down, and then I'll just move my bags and stuff slightly away from the tree, and then just lay back down.
I'm going to turn back into Pim.
She will drop the last of her lay on hands, 5 each into Regal and Duncan.
Oh, there you
Appreciate it. He's still trying to get the gunk off him. Just wiping himself down.
Yeah, as you were doing the lap of victory with her, she'd have done it then with Duncan, and then she'll come over and try help you sort of clean off a bit and drop him into you then.
It just gets everywhere.
Ew.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the help, everyone. I wish I could have contributed more, but I was a little bit confused by my new form.
It's okay. Eight legs must be difficult to control.
Well, 8 legs are better than 2 legs, I guess, but I was surprised that I couldn't shoot webbing out of my orifice, because isn't that what spiders do? But I couldn't do it.
Tim, I think you are
sure.
a much better with nature magic in general than I am. I think that should probably be your focus instead of where you're shooting webs from and what orifices you have.
Well,
I think that's a good point.
Well, we'll just assume that at this point you can mark off your long rest. Those that had max HP drops can remove those.
Take my long rest now because I had 0 spells just now.
Yeah, definitely. I need those spell slots back.
So the sun is rising. A rainbow of reds and fuchsias pour through the leaves of the tree that were not lit on fire or hit with eldritch energies.
Make everyone a quick breakfast. We'll
I have some
head
old
out.
berries left.
Stop eating old berries.
Yes, sir. I made them myself, though.
3 days ago.
Oh,
They look moldy.
I kind of forgot how to make new ones.
Maybe he's not better at nature magic than me as I start cooking.
Regal doesn't say anything, but he just silently agrees.
whilst breakfast is being prepared, Aliri is going to take the longbow and pick up some relatively straight sticks and just like practice drawing the bow because she's never really used one before.
Okay.
But she's not going to use the arrows because she only has 4. She makes a note to buy some when we're in town, but she wants just practice like the motion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Tubular.
I'm done cooking. I'm gonna actually go in my pack and pull out something and start walking to Pam. Put this on, and I'm gonna throw him the studded leather armor.
You have some partially charred but otherwise well crafted studded armor fit for a much larger female hug golem.
For a larger person, that's not fair.
Just gotta roll the legs up some. You'll be okay.
Okay.
Oh, look, more initiatives.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
We should leave right now.
Shortly after Duncan grabs his leather armor and walks over to Pim, he hears a tear and a clang. And as you turn around, you see this massive creature pry itself up out of where your bag used to be.
So thinking to myself, this thing's right near Adam. It's very important that Adam rolls well on initiative. So naturally, he just got his second nat 1 out of about 5 rolls so far today.
So it looks like we have to come to a solution a little sooner than later on what to do with that item, guys.
Duncan's like, new plan. Get rid of back.
Go. You go to gather up the dishes and wash them, as I think it's you who usually does that. As you turn, the dishes just fall, and you see this enormous entity just curl up and sniff at Adam with a lovely grin.
Adam doesn't have a lovely grin. I'll say that.
Drop. Okay, second time Regal's interrupted doing what he does. He can't have a routine anymore. He looks at broken dishes, looks up at the creature, looks back down, shakes his head, and he's gonna run towards where Adam is. It's full sprint. As he sprints, he goes, "We have company again." And he's going to come to a halt in front of Adam. And he's going to draw his rapier, and he's going to hold an attack, and in case this thing reaches for him or Adam. Bonus action, he will look over his shoulder at Adam, make sure he's okay. Give him a little like tap. He goes, just in case. So bonus action, take some temporary health. I'll roll it now. Aww.
So 4 temp hit points to you and Adam.
Yeah.
Peter.
Does this thing
Okay.
look demonic?
Sure does.
Okay, I am going to cast protection from good and evil upon myself
Okay.
because I'm shellfish. And
Well, we're all allergic to you then if you're a shellfish.
I'm charging forward. Stay here, sir. I'll handle this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll charge forward 25 feet. And I'll say, "Here, I'm all armored up now." That's my turn.
Okay.
Well, it's an
Duncan.
action to cast it, so.
It sure is. Duncan, you're up.
I needed those dishes for later as I run.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, how long?
He felt bad about it. That's literally why he kept looking at it. Priorities.
Alrighty. I moved 40 because I took a second level in monk.
Nice.
Hey.
To bonus action, turn into Old Faithful. It's time for a Squid Game.
Come on. Yeah.
And we're going to smack him up a little bit with the tentacle. But that should be an advantage because we're flanking. Try it again. There you go. 16 to hit?
No.
Oh, 16 misses? Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm scared.
Yeah, he just kind of
The rock
catches
flows to fear.
your tentacle as you go to strike him, and he kind of grins even bigger towards you. I'm assuming that's Illyria then, if Duncan is scared again.
Yep, that's it.
Mary will dish it. Let's do Hunter's Mark on him. Bonus action. Because why not? And let's swing. Advantage. Does a 21 hit?
2-1 does hit.
8 points of damage plus. Ugh.
That it for Leary.
That is everything.
Excellent. I will take a charisma save from everyone but the octopus, please, as this creature leans forward. This kind of snarl hisses forth, rolling over you. For anyone who can understand Abyssal, you immediately kind of clutch your ears and your throat.
That goes a 13 for you.
15.
This is not a charm, right?
It is not a charm.
Is it frightened?
Peter, you do have advantage because it is a fiend. I believe protection from good and evil gives you that.
Gives the advantage.
On your save, yeah.
Yeah, it also
Indeed.
gives me immunity to charmed or frightened.
Well, it's a good job it's neither of those.
Darn. Okay. Yeah, stick with the 15.
Okay. So, below 14, you are cursed. You feel as all hope drains from your soul. It's over. There's no hope. There's no use resisting. There's no use fighting. There is no chance in anything. Anyone who failed takes 28 necrotic. The rest of you take half, so 14.
I'm so. What did I do to upset you?
And he turns
I know.
his head
Sucks as a character anyway.
Billion damage.
and grins at our Roctopus friend once more, and smiles. First in Abyssal, but echoing in other languages until each and all of you hear it. You all will pay me in gold 1,000 of your precious pieces. I will wait here for your return.
Well, I don't have that kind of money, sir.
Would anybody else like to do anything before Peter gets his killed?
Well, on my turn, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, go ahead. It's your turn.
Okay. All hope is lost. So Adam's just going to go shrug his shoulders and walk 30 feet away. Not run or dash or use an action or anything. He just walks away and says, I'm out. Do I get a save at the end of my turn, or is that it forever?
You're cursed, my friend. You are cursed.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Pim.
You know, I really don't appreciate the way you're treating us. That is very, very rude.
I have your scent, little worm, and soon I shall take everything.
Oh, yeah? Well, eat this, and I'll use mold earth to scoop the 5 feet of ground out from under him and move it aside so he falls in the hole. And then I will turn and look around, and I'll say, Adam, where'd you go? And I will use a bonus action to cast Defile Ground on the dude. And sorry, everybody, but... And then I will run after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will hide behind the rock and say, Adam, where are you going? Don't just leave them all.
Yeah, he's standing in a 5-foot hole. Regal, you're up.
So, utter despair, right? Is that what Regal would feel if he wasn't able to shake off whatever this thing is doing? Is that?
I think I
right?
described it as more hopelessness. I'm not an English major, so I don't know the exact difference. But sure, despair
Okay.
works.
No, that's fine. Despair. Yeah, with that, Regal's usual demeanor, like he's always ready for a fight if he has to. He's always got almost like a carefree smile, and that, as whatever this thing does washes over him, it kind of just drops, and he looks up at this thing, right, and his hand starts to shake, like he had it ready to attack, right, but he kind of just starts to shake, and he looks at his hand. It's kind of new to him. He kind of cocks his head and looks up. This thing looked like it's going to attack him if he tries to fall back. Or is it just expecting him to leave, expecting tribute?
His gaze has shifted from the Roctopus to Pim. Insatiable attention towards your little friend.
Yeah, I think he will lower his rapier and look at Illyri. And again, if I'm not sure if he's looking at him or not, probably looking at the creature, but the fight in his eyes is kind of dimmed, and he's just going to step away. I think, in fact, he will follow Adam. And he's actually going to use his bonus action to dash. He's going to just sprint in that direction. So Leary, you just see him just all of a sudden just turn towards you, and then out of your peripherals, and then he just sprints off. Not a word.
Duncan, you're up.
That's his turn.
Do I know this guy?
Actually, sorry. One sec. I'll use my action to dash even more.
Slowly
That's my turn.
slumps towards you all, and then as he gets closer, he just full runs right by us.
Yeah, it's like out.
You see kind of in the pile, not moved by Pim, of your remaining gear and this metallic disc, you know this creature has come from it. That's all you know.
This disc gotta go.
Much more dangerous than what you've encountered before, it seems.
If Illyria attacks, I attack. If Illyria leaves, I leave.
I will
You can hold an action to dash.
allow it, just because you have twice as many limbs as everyone.
Okay.
This is just favoritism for Rocktopus.
You gotta have more limbs, everybody.
I guess he's passing the torch to you, Illyri.
So it's not gonna take him much. The previous day was a hell of a lot for her. She was already feeling a little bit hopeless as it was, and then the night, and now this, and then the curse, and joink, tears streaming down her face.
Yep.
Gone.
Yeah, just runs.
Then I'm gonna start moving too. But in doing so, if possible, I will kind of grab some of my stuff with my tentacles.
Technically, you could have done that on your turn, so sure. You see as this creature bounds through the air and comes down right about here with a squelch. And as he does, he looks at Pim, grabs your
just land on
friend.
He did just land on Sir.
So it just went splat.
First in Abyssal, followed by each and every language until each of you can understand. I have your scent. I can take everything you've touched. You have 10 days.
Did you get our scent off your mother?
Excellent. Well, he still has movement and an attack, so...
All right, we're back in it.
Peter,
Can I just say
does
this
an
is
18
classic?
hit?
Hang on, does the Rocktopus get an opportunity attack on him?
If you would like to take it, he does.
God, do I want to save? I guess I do want to save Pam. I'll take an opportunity.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure you would, but I thought I'd ask.
I'll take an opportunity attack to save Pam.
Okay.
God damn it!
Did he kill my dog or just take it?
We'll get to that.
I think he just asked, "Can I pet that dog?"
I think he did more than pet when
It's like-
Belvadere described a squelching noise.
18 will hit.
Okay. I stop him right here. He's restrained.
He just
Fiendish bloodline, yeah.
rips your tentacle off with a 20 strength. And
Well,
continues stalking Pim.
20 straight.
That's not a nice thing to do, though.
All right,
He still escapes.
Adam, we're back to you. Pim, I don't know if you can see it, but yes, Duncan sees what is left of Sir.
Adam sees that this
What's
thing
left
is.
of him?
Not
Adam
much.
sees that this thing is
That's
chasing
not,
after.
that's not to describe.
Pim's mortified and angry now. What Adam
Sorry.
do?
Adam realizes
Third
that this
time.
thing. He already knew everything was hopeless and everything was lost, but this thing is actively chasing after them now. He thought he could just leave, and now it's coming after in his direction. So he just turns, walks back over to him, looks him right in the face, and says, and out loud, "Forget our scent. Leave." And he casts suggestion.
Okay.
I love it. Yes.
Love it too.
I mean, you're going to save, because of course you are.
I'm
Is it
trying to
demon,
figure out what
because
the
he's a
save
demon lord?
is.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
wisdom save.
It's a
DC
wisdom
14.
save.
Wisdom,
DC
no.
14. Okay.
And maybe this thing has advantage on wisdom
Magic
saves
resistance.
against magic. Yeah, who knows?
That helps. He's not proficient. 15, no?
Now, I'm quite sure I have no bonus actions, but let's have a very quick look, knowing full well the answer is no. So that's my turn.
Okay. There's only one thing left for
And-
Pim to do.
Can I nominate? That was like, it failed, but it was still pretty cinematic. Inspiration for Adam.
Yeah. Oh, allow it.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's fair. Having an inspiration as he dies is perfect.
Hey, take it. That was a good performance.
Pim.
So I am going to free action cram the last of my 3-day-old good berries down his throat and then whack him on top of the head with my, whack him in the kneecap with my staff. I rolled an 11 to hit.
Okay.
And then I am going to risk an opportunity attack and run.
Excellent. Are you
It's
cursed,
like he wants to die.
Peter?
No. No,
You
I
weren't
saved.
cursed?
It's like he
Perfect.
wants to die.
So that will be an 18 to hit.
I'm sorry about my luck. That hits.
So 7 slashing plus 7 necrotic.
So 14
yeah.
Nope.
total?
Smack.
Yeah.
And see
Okay,
if you
I'm
keep
still alive.
concentration.
Oh, yeah. That
Con save.
12. Bonus action. Heal. Ling. Word. I heal myself of 8. I was gonna tell Sir to run away, but... Rest in peace, sir. I will avenge you. You're gonna die. I place a curse upon thee. May your tongue always taste like elderberries.
That's the curse. Sounds pretty good.
It's Rickle's turn, I guess.
For a curse. Speaking of curses, is there any other effects that I'm just thinking in a game sense, just because it kind of would impact what he does next? Is it just an utter feel of this? Is there anything else that affects him? Was it just hopelessness, as you said?
Well, the reason why I asked Peter if he was cursed is because he would have taken a whole lot more damage.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
I
fine.
think Regal was ready to just like he heard like the squelch that it was Sir, and he heard Pim harass us. But I think that wouldn't have made. He wasn't going to turn around for that. He was just going to keep running. Right? He was deep-seated sadness and despair, and then he would have heard one thing that makes him turn around, which is Illyri crying, and he would turn to see running toward them. So he would pivot, and then he will go towards her, and then he will offer to carry her. And then if she takes his hand, then he picks her up. He will hold his action to just dash away as soon as she jumps on. He'll piggyback you. But yeah, that's his turn. And he just looks really downcast. But he was not going to leave Illyri behind, at least. So that's his turn.
All right. Duncan.
Okay. So Regal didn't attack. He's running away still. Him attacked and ran away. But
if you call that an attack.
That's the general consensus. It's just running.
I mean, Adam just calmly spoke to the guy and didn't seem like he listened to him.
I need Adam alive.
Nope.
It'd be easier for me to do things if Adam was alive. But I feel like Pim's pissed this thing off and is going to keep chasing and trying to kill his friends now. Correction, it's going to keep chasing and trying to kill his associates now. Try and stall. God damn it. Sorry.
You don't have to save Adam.
It'd be really nice for Adam to not die here. Okay, I'm going to stop being a rocktopus. And I'm going to cast Entangle. Do a DC 14 strength save.
That's a nat 20 on that one.
Of course it is.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be? And I'm gonna run away. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna move 40, and I'm not gonna run with them. I'm gonna run slightly away. So 5. That's my turn.
Illyri, you're up.
She is going to scream at Pim to stop taunting it. You're gonna get yourself killed. Stop it.
You're gonna get yourself killed. Pim's just out of control right now. His dog is dead.
She will use her Channel Divinity, abjure enemy. It's a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, I believe, if this is fiendish. Unless it's immune to being frightened, of course.
That is a 10 on that wisdom save.
Needed a 13. So,
Great.
he is frightened. His speed is 0. With that and the hand being held out from Regal, she feels a tiny spark of hope. Just a tiny, tiny little one. And she grabs his hand. She grabs her emblem, and you see this silver spray virtually from her hand, and it just wraps. It's kind of like chains. Looks like almost ethereal chains wrapped around him. I don't know. And we go. Let's go. Adam, run.
So watching Illyri, his gaze kind of jerks away from Illyri, settles just for a moment on Pim with that loathing before he kind of fully shields himself from Illyri's direction. And he glances down towards Adam, takes a big sniff, and smiles. It is your kin. its closest. And he will strike you. Are you cursed?
Yes, I sure am. And I have very few health left already.
Ouch.
He's got disadvantage if he's frightened.
Yes, well, he can see you.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 21 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Is 8 slashing and 9 plus 12, so 21 necrotic.
Okay, I'm not completely dead, but I am very unconscious.
As your eyes kind of roll back and you begin to collapse, you hear as this abyssal kind of radiates out in translation, she will forfeit and you still pay along with your little friends. Pim, you're up.
Sir is dead. This guy killed Sir.
You also probably see Adam at his feet.
Yeah, but he doesn't like
Yeah.
Adam.
But mostly so.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't like Adam, just stares at him 21 hours a day.
He stares at him, doesn't he? Just creeps him out.
Alright, I am going to use my last wild shape and turn into a warhorse. And then, as I start to transform, I'm going to yell out, "Hop on, Adam!" Transform into a warhorse.
You look over at Adam and he is unresponsive on the ground.
The lazy bugger doesn't even hop on. What a loser.
Well, that changes things. Okay. Not
You
a
weren't here for the
warhorse.
past 10 minutes, I guess.
Get up,
I
you
forgot,
slacker!
okay?
He got smacked to oblivion. Get on!
Before I turn into a warhorse,
wake
I
him
will
up.
healing word Adam. Level 2. Oh, wow, that's horrible. For 7 healing. Then I yell,
It's not meant to be
"Adam, get
broken.
off your lazy butt and climb on!" Transform.
Adam, whose
Run
turn
over
it
to
definitely
here.
isn't.
And I guess I'll wait for my next turn to move
Yeah.
away.
As you wiggle
As I
back
die.
within range, your horse nostrils flare, and you hear, Charis, what is that worth to you, I wonder? Regal, you're up.
So going back to with Illyri being his hand, if she had given it, he would have just picked her. He would have grabbed her and just dashed. That would have been like his whole action. So
Yep.
he would have paused as he did the chains, but then he would have still taken. Yeah, you're taking the hand. He would have just sprinted away with you. As he's running with you, it's not words, but you can feel his shame and his deep-seated sadness. And if you don't show, like you said, run, so he's just gonna run. So he's just gonna bonus action dash, action dash away with Illyri. He'll put you on his back like a piggyback. He's just gonna keep going.
All right, I'm gonna use my beautiful free object interaction to blow my signal whistle for my donkey to move its butt, and then I'm going to bonus action a wild shape into this beautiful creature here, the Moorbounder, and then I'm going to use my movement and my action. I think I need to flip a coin.
No, I know that.
You know what, Razza? Even or odd?
odds. Because we are odds with this thing.
Even. I move 160 feet away from everyone else.
All right.
Of course.
With the people trailing behind 80 feet, hoping for its best. Bye, everybody.
Is that it for Duncan?
Yep, he's
He's out of the game. It's like, I'm out.
he is off the back. He's well gone.
O'Leary, anything else for you?
She is hurt. The girl's you're quite hurt as well, aren't you?
Yeah, he's heaving and he's barely standing. But yeah, all his strength is being used to like run with you. You can tell.
Take 10 points of lay on hands. And she's just gonna sob. Because this is not great.
What do you mean?
All right. Adam, I'm going to pick you up. Are you going to resist?
What's the point? That's his exact thought. What's the point?
I'm going to throw you on top of the horse and then kind of slap the back end of the horse and say, "Hurry now. Run, little quasites. You're being hunted, and I do want my gold."
Adam's going to look at this guy again and say the same thing, exactly what he said last time. Forget our scent and leave. And he's going to use another spell slot to cast Suggestion.
That's a nat 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only do what I can do.
Pim, now you can run away.
I'm gonna dash 120 feet away.